Hey everybody, welcome, welcome to Hidden Horror. Thank you for spending this time with me. I appreciate that. Let's get started. Hey everybody, welcome to Hidden Horror. How are you guys doing today? So today, as I promised you yesterday, I would bring you the lawsuit that Sean Combs filed against NBC, including Peacock and Ample, for $100 million for the documentary Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. So I'm here to bring you that information, okay? So I want to bring up a picture of Mr. Combs because we're going to be discussing him. Okay. The article is coming from www.bbc.com. Is titled Diddy Sues NBC for $100 million over documentary. It's dated February 12th, 2025. The article is by Stephen McIntosh. The rapper is currently in a New York jail awaiting a federal criminal trial on sex trafficking and racketeering charges, which he denies. On Wednesday, Diddy's lawyer said he was suing TV network NBC, its streaming service Peacock, and production company Apple over their documentary, Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. The legal action alleges the documentary featured untrue and defamatory statements about the rapper. The three companies have not yet commented. The lawsuit says the entire premise of the documentary assumes that Mr. Combs has committed numerous heinous crimes, including serial murder, R of minors, and S trafficking of minors. It said the program maliciously and baselessly jumps to the conclusion that Mr. Combs is a monster and included claims that makers knew were false or published with reckless disregard as to whether they were false or not. Diddy is seeking $100 million in damages for the reputational and economic harm caused by the documentary. The lawsuit says the program falsely, recklessly, and maliciously accuses Mr. Combs of murdering figures around him, including former partner Kim Porter and rapper Christopher Wallace, known as Biggie Smalls and the Notorious Big. Mr. Combs' lawyer, Erica Wolf, said NBC, Peacock, and Apple made a conscious decision to line their own pockets at the expense of truth, decency, and basic standards of professional journalism. They maliciously and recklessly broadcast outrageous lies, she said in a statement. NBC News has asked NBC and Apple for comment. The lawsuit comes after a string of allegations have been made against the rap star by both men and women over the past 16 months. It's thought there are currently more than 30 separate civil lawsuits against him. The star has been accused of kidnapping, drugging, and coercing women into S activities, sometimes through the use of firearms and threats of violence. Diddy is also accused of assaulting and harming people. Earlier this month, a lawyer who represents dozens of accusers said he expected Diddy to face more than 10 new civil lawsuits in addition to those previously filed. Last week, the BBC published an investigation after speaking to more than 20 people who worked with Diddy at his Bad Boy Records, who describe troubling incidents they say they witnessed during the label's 1990s rise. So BBC published an investigation. Oh, this is interesting. After speaking to more than 20 people who worked with Diddy at his Bad Boy Records who described troubling incidents they say they witnessed during the label's 1990s rise. Mr. Combs has consistently denied the allegations in the lawsuits and has previously labeled them sickening. He has pleaded not guilty to the criminal charges. In a previous statement to the BBC, Mr. Combs' lawyer said in court the truth will prevail, that Mr. Combs never assaulted or trafficked anyone, man or woman, adult or minor. So there was a little link to the BBC investigation. Okay, my apologies because I was trying to check that out. Because I'm kind of interested to know, what was determined, what information did the BBC learn from talking to people? Just somehow, some way, I'm not able to pull it up. That's weird. Let me try something else. Let's see if I can get it another way. My apologies. Trying to see if this was like something brief that I could just go over. How about I do a separate video for this, because this is something it may be interesting. Let me look it over and see how much value it has. If BBC talked to more than 20 people, I'd be interested in reading that article first, seeing if it has any value, and then if it does, I will bring that information to you. But the last thing I want to do is share a video kind of going over everything I just read. So this video is provided by Epic News. It's titled Sean Diddy Combs Sues NBC for $100 million over explosive Peacock documentary. And I have not watched the documentary. Maybe I'll watch it now. I don't know. I've said before, I have really been interested to know so much about Mr. Combs, but maybe this will help some way in me reviewing some of these criminal and civil cases. But let's watch this. This is 2.5 minutes long.
Shaw Diddy Combs is suing NBC, suing the network for $100 million for its Peacock documentary on him. The Bad Boy Records founder sued NBC Universal for defamation after the streaming service dropped Diddy, The Making of a Bad Boy. According to court documents acquired on February 12th, in the lawsuit, Combs, who is in jail pending charges of sex trafficking and racketeering, alleges NBC Universal maliciously and negligently aired the documentary that contains allegations that he engaged in serial murder and the sexual assault of children with no evidence to support them. The complaint asserts, in perpetrating and publicizing these falsehoods and others, defendants only seek to exploit the public's taste for scandal with disregard for the truth and at the expense of Mr. Combs' right to a fair trial. One of the most incendiary allegations in the lawsuit is that the documentary, which debuted on Peacock on January 14th, suggested that Combs was guilty of killing his ex, Kim Porter, who died in 2018 at the age of 47. Kim and Combs had an on-again, off-again relationship for more than a decade before they parted ways in 2007. The lawsuit contends, the documentary maliciously accuses Mr. Combs of murdering the love of his life and mother to his children, Kimberly Porter, despite the fact that the Los Angeles County Coroner's Office has confirmed that her death was from natural causes and that there has never been any evidence of foul play. The film supposedly propagates a baseless narrative, proposing it's no coincidence that Kim and others associated with Combs have passed away. An effort, the suit contends, to make people believe that he was involved in their killings. In actuality, Kim's cause of death was, in 2019, identified as lobar pneumonia, the manner of which was determined as natural by the Los Angeles County Department of Medical Examiner coroner. News reporter contacted NBC and Peacock for comment on the lawsuit, but has yet to hear back. This lawsuit, though, is only one of the numerous legal fights Combs is facing. The 55-year-old music mogul is set to go to trial on May 5th on federal charges of racketeering, sex trafficking by force, fraud or coercion, and transportation to engage in prostitution. He was arrested in September and has pleaded not guilty to all counts. In spite of the charges, Combs has denied wrongdoing publicly, writing on Instagram last December, "I did not do any of the horrible things that are being alleged." NBC Universal and Peacock are all divisions of NBC Universal.
Okay, so I just wanted to bring you the information about the lawsuit so you would know the basis for the lawsuit, why he is suing these three businesses. He's saying that it's defamation. So I am going to bring you the BBC investigation because I was reading the article and it's very detailed. What I'm going to try to do is put something together and try to obtain some pictures of the people that they interviewed. So when I talk about them, I will have some pictures of them as well. So give me a couple of days to kind of pull that together. But I just want to thank you for spending this time with me. I want you to stay safe, stay smart, stay savvy, be well, all my friends. Bye, everybody.